Hello, Keith here, talking to you from Twin Falls, Idaho. I'm here through the election and Idaho in general until after the new year, just kind of getting grounded again. Um, the election's 2 days away. It's November 1st, and we're going into some more nutty times. If you haven't seen it already, if anyone's been watching any of my videos, that hasn't been a lot, but even my social media, I've been dropping hints for well over a year and a half about what's going on now, what's going to be happening. I'm going to be doing more videos as we move forward because, the hints are twofold. It's not to be vague and sort of mysterious. It's to get you to think if you're interested, because a large part of what we're going through right now is an awakening, and people have been spoon-fed. A lot of us have just been spoon-fed things, and it's time for us to start doing our own digging. We're all on our own journeys, and I've talked about this over and over. But there comes a point where you have to start doing the research yourself. You can't just go out and take everybody's word. You have to go in and find your truth. So a lot of what I do is try to point you in directions and try to get you to think and look and make a decision for yourself. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I just know what I've seen, what I practice, and what I believe in. And we are going through a global awakening. That is the truth, in a large scale and on many levels. And I've talked about this before. Now, awakening doesn't have to be some sort of woo-woo, third eye opening, seeing auras, seeing other universes, though that can happen. It can be awakening on different levels. Like, just take, for instance, I've had the holistic nutrition business out of Texas for over a decade, teaching people how to live and how to get healthy, lose weight, get off their pharmaceuticals naturally. The body is an amazing machine if we get the right tools. And this is just basic nutrition science stuff. But what I'd seen over the last decade is people start getting healthy. Then they start waking up in certain ways. They start feeling good about themselves, and they start assessing their lives, like, what am I doing in this dead-end job, or what am I doing in this marriage, or we see marriages blossoming. So awakening can be on any sort of level, because whatever it does that triggers that to open our eyes to whatever we're looking at, whether that be our job, our life, that starts leading us down the rabbit hole. And you plant the seed, and then from the seed, we as individuals continue our journey, and it's our own path to go down. And sooner or later, as we start peeling back those layers and digging inside and doing the work, we start to find our true selves, and from that comes our path, then peace and a bliss that's unbelievable. All these things start happening. I just encapsulated a decade worth of work of what I've done for myself. So it's a lot of work involved, but people are waking up at different levels, and they're starting to see the truth. They're starting to see that we, as a human species, as human beings worldwide, have been manipulated, lied to for years and years and years by our leaders, by our business leaders, our religious leaders, our political leaders. And people are starting to rise up, mostly peacefully, and they're saying we've had enough, and they're doing their research. Now, the last video I did, I said I'm not going to talk the COVID thing again. I'm not. But that COVID is just a piece of this giant pie of things that are happening now and going to be happening down the future. We are going into an awakening that's going to change a lot of people's lives. It's going to change a lot of people's beliefs. And I mean, again, awakening on different levels, and that involves politics. That belongs. Let's get to the United States here. We're talking about the U.S. We have the election coming up. The U.S. is still a major power in the world, the most powerful country in the world. And where the U.S. goes, most of the world's going to follow. So very important things are happening right now. And through that, there's going to be more things following. So, again, if you do any sort of research, you'll understand things that I've said. The mainstream media, they're shot. Nobody really, I shouldn't say nobody, but many, many people, millions, don't believe the mainstream media anymore. I stopped a long time ago. I talk a lot about that. If you want to know a subject of something, you go out and you do the research, and you'll find the truth. But there's a thing called citizens journalism coming up. People are communicating from all over the world and really getting to the truth. Many people out there are scared of us as people coming together. That's the most powerful thing that can happen when we come together as one, as human beings. They don't want us to have free thought. The people that are in power, many people in power don't want us to think for ourselves. They want us to be as one. They don't want us to have free thought. We've been controlled, and that is starting to fall apart. The narrative for many things that we grew up on and that's happened in this world for decades is falling apart. There's going to be very many belief systems for many people around the world. Their core belief systems are going to be turned inside out and upside down this next few months and through into this next year. It's going to be peaceful for the most part, but there's going to be belief systems, and I mean from belief systems from religion to business to politicians to entertainers. We're going to find out things that basically we've been lied to about almost everything our whole lives. You're going to wait and see here. I'm not going to get real specific about this stuff, but I'm just here to tell you to be prepared. You don't have to go out and buy guns, ammo, food. Just be prepared physically. The majority of us are going to be safe. We're good. This is just a time of change that's going to be good in the long run. But a lot of these things, institutions and things that we've had, we grew up with, or that we've been living our lives in, are going to fall apart. And many people won't know how to deal with that. And there's people that are so ingrained in a belief or ideology, whether that's political or religious, and they start to see that come inside out, they won't know what to do. They're going to have a very difficult, painful time. It's called cognitive dissonance is a word. You can look it up. So people like myself and other thousands and thousands of people around the world are here to help those people sort of transition into what we're going to have coming up. Again, I know I'm sort of sounding a little, you can take it for what you leave, but you'll start to see. Is this about the virus, for instance? Is the virus or the election? I don't know. We'll see. Projection. There's been a lot of projection going on from different sides, projecting what they're actually doing onto the other side. Unrest is going globally. And this is not really, though this is the election coming up, this is not really a Democratic or Republican thing, though in a small level it is. This is more of I'll say a good versus evil thing, and a change happening in the world. So there are many things to think about here. And also what is going to be coming up. So I'm going to get a little bit more specific this next week, but with the election coming up on Tuesday, everyone do their part. But there's going to be some attempted violence on the November 5th. You must remember the 5th of November. And there's going to be, they're organizing right now. A lot of factions around the country are organizing to basically bring anarchy on November 5th. But that most likely will be quashed very quickly. Again, you can do the research. Why are there basically National Guard units being deployed in 12 states so far? Do the research. You'll find out. Words to keep in mind over this next week or two. And then I'm going to get more specific about it later. Sedition, insurrection, treason. Those are the biggies. You may think I'm being dramatic, but anyone, again, had done any digging outside mainstream media, you'll reference what I'm talking about. It's people who have committed those things in our country, and they're going to atone for it. And through that, all this wave of new things are going to start coming out. It's got to happen with politically first, and then we're going to have the awakening on other levels, which I'm going to help guide. Anyone that's interested that wants to know more from what I'm talking about, you can DM me, you can email me anytime. This is what I'm here for, and I'm going to be here next year to help guide a lot of people as well. I mean, I help many people on the nutrition side. I help them on the woo-woo side. My job here on this earth, which I figured out after I got sober 12 years ago, is to be of service. And I say that a lot. Find your peace. Get yourself grounded. Find your inner peace. Practice love and compassion, and be of service to others. And that's especially going to be important this next into 2021, because we are all one. And you're going to see it, because some wonderful things are ahead. We are going to go through some tumultuous times this next month. But hang in there and have hope, because it's going to be great. So I'll talk to you soon.